The government shutdown in D.C. is having a direct impact on a national site in the River Valley. Thanks for joining us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Allie Lynch.
And I'm Doug Warner. The Fort Smith National Historic Site is forced to close its doors, at least temporarily, just days before that site's largest event of the year. KNWA's Dylan Nooner in studio with a closer look with how the city is maneuvering around this closure. Dylan?
Allie, Doug, this decision comes just a few days before the Fall Festival in Fort Smith. Despite the closure, the festival is still on, but will be without one of its main attractions. And with no end in sight to that government shutdown, the city is working on ways to still bring tourism to Fort Smith.
It's the visitor, it's the resident. It has more far-reaching consequences than I think most people even realize.
Despite being free to visit, the executive director of Discover Fort Smith, Ashley Backert, says this historic site is an important piece of the revenue stream for the city.
The longer they're shut down and the longer we have to go through and say, hey, we're limiting what that access looks like, it does impact how long people stay in Fort Smith. And I think that's the number that's always more interesting.
And with around 300,000 visitors each year, it's the money spent around the city that could be lost.
We lose those people who are quickly going to go through and say, okay, there's not much, I've seen what I've got to see. I can go ahead and duck out now. And we lose them for a dinner or a lunch or things like that, where they're also spending money.
This building, built over 170 years ago, is closing its doors just days before the Fall Festival in Fort Smith. Now, this festival will be without a key destination.
They're kind of the anchor for this entire event. So not only will we miss them, but it's going to, it's just a huge part of it that is not going to happen Saturday because of the shutdown.
Despite the historic site closure, Spear explains the festival will still feature many other events for people to visit.
It's going to be a great day. It's free admission, so it's super budget friendly, but it's also the history of the area. You can still visit all of the other institutions downtown that still focus on all of those other pieces of Fort Smith history.
Packard says even with the site closure, there are still plenty of other museums around Fort Smith worth a visit. In studio, Dylan Nooner, KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.